My name is Sanja. I come from Mostar, Bosnia and Herzegovina. I'm a student, not working. I live here for all my life, and now we have obviously some things going on in this country for the first time after 20 years. Some of them call it revolution, or I would say it's a kind of movement of people that are not satisfied, and we don't have basic things in this society. So what to say about that is, I don't see that we are happy. So why am I here? Okay. Yeah, the question was why am I here? Why I go out on the street and protest? Because I have something to say, and I wish this society also say something, and we saw last days that people suddenly realized that we all have some problems. It's not nationality, it's not religion, as like it's how to say in English, nedostatak. You cannot help. Okay, never mind. Okay, we have a problem, social problems. People don't have jobs. We have corrupted society. And we started finally to speak about that things. Maybe before it was dangerous, but now somehow people realize that we all have the same problems. So I have obligation to stand there to fight for my rights and for rights of all people who live here, to finally have some democratic society, not nationally divided. And I don't hate anyone. I'm just like, I cannot listen to these rhetorics anymore that they want to raise generations of children who hate or who divide. This is not what I want personally.
Can you give an example? Because I'm not from Mostar, so I don't know. I mean, people telling me, but
yes.
How does it look like here? I mean, what is this partition or division looks like?
Well, the division is made by this kind of behavior that frightens you. So you have media that are working for the parties and that try to make how to say, conflicts between some ethnic groups, so it's a whole mechanism who works for 20 years already. Okay, we had these national divisions, and I wish this stops finally, and we start to solve social problems, economic problems, justice and stuff like that, and that people have opportunities in this society. So what happens in Mostar is divided between two ethnic groups, like physically and technically, I don't know, but
we're talking about the Croats and
Bosniaks.
Okay.
But before the war, Mostar was ethnically mixed city, like multicultural, and what we have now is like everything is divided, and it's like, it's not normal for me. Like, I want to live in a country where I'm free to go where I want and to hang out with who I want to hang out and to have normal life. So how they do that is through media, through discourse which speaks about vital national interest, that you have nationalist party who are protecting national interests. What national interest means? Do I have my social rights in these terms? Like, okay, national interest, okay, you have your national identity, you set it up, you are Croat, Bosniak or Serb, fine, that's not a problem at all for me. But these national parties, are they taking care of social rights, of mothers with children, of, I don't know, people who don't have jobs, you know, all these problems in the society that they are here to solve. It's their job. It's not only to have their ethnic group and to be only leaders of some ethnic group. That's fine, okay. So finally, after 20 years, I think people realize that everyone from all of these three ethnic groups have the same problem. It's hunger, it's a poverty, it's no vision for the future.
Unemployment.
Unemployment, of course, yeah. Sorry for my English.
No.
I cannot express properly maybe in English. Yeah, about education. So yeah, I think finally people realize this from all these ethnic groups, and I have obligation to be here for the dignity, for a better life. It's not only a words, I really want it. It's not just like flosculas. I want to see this, you know, because I don't want to be cutted from this society. I'm also part of this society, and for a long time we were all separated, you know. So that's the main reason why I stand here, even though I get afraid. And
what do you mean get afraid?
Well, I think it's not nowadays here. It's not easy to stand up because we have certain pressures. It's the way I see it, you know, that we are afraid and people are threatened by emails or by some, I don't know, messages that they try to, I don't know, say don't go there, it's not your thing.
Yeah, and it works for most of the population, because most of the population is not coming to the streets yet, right? I mean, you have 20,000 students, and they're not coming to protest.
In Mostar, yeah, people are not coming to the protest. I don't think that that they're not supporting protest. I know that many people who do support, and they do agree with all what's happening, but it's risky because they need work, they need money, they are kind of dependent on certain things. So, you know, it's like everything is deeply corrupted, so people are just afraid to risk their job or...
And yet you see every day in the square in 4 o'clock, more and more people are coming every day. I mean...
No, I see after the first day of the movement that happened 10 days ago, now I see less and less people. But finally, basic problems are coming outside and people start to speak about it. Finally, things get names. This is really important that we call certain things by its right name, and people started to speak for the first time, you know. I feel like there was such kind of movement and you were not allowed to say what you think. you know. And now it's getting massive. It's getting, you know, more and more bigger, which is, it makes me happy and gives me some hope.
Yeah. You know, it was really nice yesterday to see in the protest. There was one woman that went up to speak in the megaphone, and I think it was the first time she ever spoke in public. And she, from, you know, the few words I catch, she spoke about her being a mother and, you know, what it takes to raise a child with this economical situation and all the, you know. And then when she went down, she was so excited. I mean, people were coming to hug her, and she started crying. And it looks like she discovered her, you know, her civil power as a citizen here to speak up in public.
Yes, yes, yes. That we are not speaking for too long. People are not speaking, and we are not heard. And this is really important that we have plenum and we have protest where people gather and talk to each other. Finally, they exchange their human experiences. It's not only that you are part of ethnic group and you have only ethnic identity. It's about humanity and normal problems that we all have in life, that you have to take care of yourself, of your children. You need a job, you need money, you need social care and stuff like that we are missing. And now that finally people are talking for themselves, this is really important, that communication bridge is built. This is, yeah, we are not used to be heard. And
now you're making your voices.
Yeah,
heard.
It was violent. It was violent, but this was only a result of long-term. How to say? I miss this word in English. Rejection.
Oppression, maybe.
Oppression and ignorance toward citizens and everyone. So people just realized it's enough. So violence just exploded. It was normal reaction, I think, after all what we've been through. That's it.
So, in the long term, you're optimistic about all this process, or?
It's gonna be a very long process, I think. We got some kind of hope at the first wave of protests, because it was really something very, very powerful and beautiful, that people finally stood up and raised their voice. But now I realize it's going to be a very painful and long process of changing the situation in Bosnia and Herzegovina. So it will take, I'm optimistic in general, but it will take lots of work. And we need people and support and to fight for justice and our human rights, basic rights.
And maybe lastly, because we're really running out of memory here, did you have anything that, I mean, you know, people will maybe watch it or read it in you know, out of Bosnia Herzegovina, and I want to ask if you have any, I don't know, message or something that you want to ask or tell to people that are also activists but not here in Bosnia, you know, in other places.
Help.
Okay, but how? What?
I think we need people to ask us what's happening, because different kind of manipulations are going around. And we need international medias who will really come here and be sensitive on what is happening here, talk to the people and not be part of political elite or to be their instruments, because we had enough of media that are instruments of local policy here. So what we need just objective izvještavanje.
I think I feel it.
Objective media, yeah. Like
okay.
someone who will just say, for the people, we need support. People need support. It's just like that. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Sorry for that.
No.